Hello and welcome. If you're new to the channel, a couple months ago, Pierce Brosnan put his home up for sale in Malibu for $100 million. So we thought instead of buying one home, what about buying $2 million homes in all 50 states? And so this time it's in Massachusetts. We're looking for homes 1.5 to $2 million, and we're able to find a good variety of homes all around the state. And it was pretty surprising. Here we go. So our first that's a preview of the number one. The first house was actually in southwest Massachusetts, and it was just a big house, 17,000 square feet, 19 bedrooms and 20 bathrooms on 10 acres of land. Well, that all sounds great. And the house has been around for a while, 1850. So you're getting some of that old house flavor. The house itself is a little dated and needs some updating. I just kind of included it as, yeah, you can buy a big home in Massachusetts, and just to give a that kind of concept of comparison of different homes around the state. Moving on. This one, it was located in the northwest side of Massachusetts, and the house itself was kind of plain, but it had a pool and it had like a outdoor area. But its kind of specialty is the garages, and it was on 10 acres, and it kind of looked like it was some sort of business. I didn't kind of go into it, but it had this amp. So here's the pool. So a nice, humble little pool, little outdoor entertaining area to it. But it had like this huge, massive garage and work area that I really liked. I think would just be outstanding. So a wonderful work area that would be great in the winter. I don't know, what can you say. So that was a very cool, and it has like this huge bank of solar panels, so it was just very different. So we like that. Speaking of different, here we go. This home, just west of Boston, so you can get into Boston not too bad. It's got 30,000 square feet of indoor year-round greenhouse. So normally I don't go for business opportunity kind of homes, but this was just different. I hadn't seen this before. Again, the house itself is pretty plain Jane, but I think that's just neat. I'm not a good gardener, but I like to work outside, and that'd be outstanding just to be able to have plants year round. Okay, so moving on. So this house was in Nantucket. So this little island out here, which is good and bad. I don't know if I'd want to live on an island year round, but if it was your vacation home, it was just a cute, cozy, like the prices start to go up. This is kind of what I was expecting. 2,400 square feet for $1.6 million, but it's close to the airport, which if you don't like the airport sound could be bad, but you could get away real quick and get off the island, so that's also good. Or get back to this as your little vacation abode, but just kind of plain on the inside, but cozy. There you go. Next up, maybe. Okay, so this one, it was in a northern suburb, but it was right next to a train station. So I just thought, just being able to take a train into Boston, it was the same time as if you had really good traffic, which is not always very common in Boston. The house itself, it's been kind of whitewashed, so I like the floors a lot, but they just gotta paint everything white, which is, I guess, you can then do whatever you want, so that's kind of nice from that standpoint. It's a little plain, but it's a empty canvas, so they just kind of went with the safe, and that's okay. But I hate to say the big draw is it's really close to a train station, and for cities that's a big deal. This one, it was so cool. It was built in the 1870s, and it was located over here. You know, the, I don't know what you call that, the heel of the Cape Cod area. So you can get up to Boston. It's a bit of a drive and a bit of a pain during traffic times. But it'd be like a great family compound kind of deal. The house is just an old beauty. And I love it when they can just take care of the old houses. So this one was, and they even have the appropriate furniture for it too. Awesome chair. So it was. This house just has a lot of appeal to me. I like older homes. I like it when they take care of it. There's a cool spiral staircase in the mirror. I want to back out of this for a second and go to, had a little hot tub and a pool, so that's also, you know, a nice addition. And it also had a work area, so, and it just overall, so here, like, here's the overall complex of it. So it's just like you could have your own mini village. It was really neat. Moving on. This house was, it kind of was in the middle, which I guess is not bad, but I don't know. The house itself was really big, 8,000 square feet, and as you can see, just a great pool and great outdoor entertainment area. You have covered areas over here, and it was on, and it's like right next to this conservation area of like 500 acres. So even though it's just quote unquote 4 acres, it's surrounded by a bunch of forests. So it's a good place just to get away from it all. The interior was one of the kind of nicer ones. It's different because I think this was 2006-ish, 2004. So it was popular of that time. The way the woodworking and the slightly darker interiors, and definitely the darker kitchen of the time. So if that's not your forte, this wouldn't be the house for you. But I like the piano area too. You got to be a fan of that. But it was just a good combo, maybe a little bit far out from Boston. And of course you have your bathroom in front of windows, because yeah, that's the thing once you have a big house. So and you know, you got your pool table, air hockey, all that good stuff. Moving on, I just had to pick this seaside house because of the cupola up top, and the little tower was very cool. It's located kind of near Salem, just around the corner, sort of. And inside it is, it's well done, and it looks like they remodeled it and gave it a fresh look. It's not too fancy and not too big, but I like this cozy room a lot with what they did with that. And it's just overall, you know, you're by the water, and you have, you know, so there you are. You know, you got the harbor, and up here just to look around. It's just cool. I think it's just, you don't see that in a lot of other states. This house was big, and it was not too far out from Boston, just north of there. So this house was very cool, 6,000 square feet, and I think it was on like 4 acres. And so, but they were very, I like the landscape of it. Again, the interior is about 2000. Oh, you're 1829. You know, this is the fashion of 1829. Obviously, it's been remodeled, so it doesn't have the original flair. So it's a little bit compartmentalized for the house at the time. It looks like they just kept adding on to it, but did a pretty good job. It's got a pool, and it's got a little outdoor covered entertainment area, which is always fun. And looks like a little barn too. Outstanding. and a tennis court. So you could just oh, this must be the upstairs of that barn. Oh, no, here we go. Yeah, and a workshop. So that's always cool. So you have your work and play areas and just a huge pool and a nice land. So that you could have all that and still, I think it was like on a good day 45 minutes to get into Boston. So I thought that would be outstanding. And the number one, which I, I this is over on over here, over in the Cape Cod area, and it was just really close to the Cape Cod National Seashore and those beaches over on that side, and it is right next to this Cape Cod Rail Trail. So it's miles and miles and miles of walking and biking trails that go just forever, and then you'd be just not too far away from going, the beach too. So there's just a lot of this area that would be great. The house itself is pretty nice. It's got kind of the weathered exterior, the solar panels, a good sized pool, fun sized pool, and the interior is pretty modest but solid. I like the flooring of it. I like the color addition for the kitchen. It's not just your plain Jane White, the light beams, so it doesn't make it too dark. They left it open concept and airy, and so all this was a modern feel of things. Good sized bedrooms, clean, open bathrooms, and then the downstairs, this little kind of kitschy thing with different lighting going on, your bar area and your downstairs TV room. Just the bar lights just kind of crack me up. but this is a good fun entertainment area, and it's just next to all the outdoor the trail and everything was just very cool. So so that was it. I hope you enjoyed it. Massachusetts was very surprising. I thought there was going to be many fewer homes. I thought there was all going to cost a lot more, and in downtown Boston they surely cost a lot more. But I hope you enjoy just seeing a wonderful variety of the cool homes in Massachusetts. Take care.